right.
Johnny Carson is wanting. He's wanting up out of a coffin right now.
Yeah. Cameras are rolling, by the way. Just to let you know.
Those guys on the show.
A real big show for you. Oh.
So, due to my usual circumstances, do my best. Tired, been up all night.
That's all we asked for, Shane. That's all we asked for.
I'm constipated, and
Why are you constipated?
I don't know, because I'm almost 50.
Are you doing cocaine? You need to start doing cocaine. That'll loosen you up. Cut it with baby. Cut it with baby powder.
No, it only loosens you up once you stop using cocaine. It stops you up when you start using it, but when you stop, it'll loosen you up.
All right. That's what I meant to say was what you were saying. Says the kid down the road who told me about it.
Or that's what we go. Yeah, well, that's what we always say. Well, that's what I said.
Of course.
No, I'm just texting back and forth with Stephanie, and
Yeah, I know.
I need. You know what I need?
Huh.
I need a vacation. Just me. Don't want nobody to go with me. Just me.
All right.
It could be to the grocery store. I don't care.
How about me and you? We'll go somewhere. It's boys night out.
Sounds good.
Jared,
Yeah.
We'll go to Savannah.
No.
See some mom jeans.
I don't. I don't know. Number 5 on the list is not making me feel good about going anywhere with you.
All right, so top of the list. Let's see. I think this is the one. Is this it? There you go.
There we go.
Give you a little. All right. You ready?
Like the clown, whatever the clown music is at the end of the show.
Oh.
I'll just play that all the way through.
For the podcast?
Yes.
You know what that's from?
Benny Hill.
No, close. It is an English comedy show. I grew up.
Monty Python.
No, I don't know if you've heard of this one or not. It is actually from. There was a show that it was late night on MTV when MTV was in its infancy stage. It's actually called The Young Ones. It would come on Sunday night at 11 o'clock. I would have to set my VCR. If you haven't seen The Young Ones, Shane, go to YouTube, watch them. It takes a minute because their accent's so friggin' thick. House, he's on the show as a teenager.
There's only one person listening now. The other one's in the hospital.
There we go. No, I was trying to fix the lighting so I was casting a red shadow on my face.
Oh, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm. All right, you ready?
I want anybody to... Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. I got all my little play pretties out of the way so I can't touch them and make noise.
154. And here we go.
Are you just trying to navigate adulthood in a world that still expects you to have it all figured out? Welcome to This Is 50 with your hosts, Travis Holmes and Shane McManus.
Shane.
Travis.
How are you?
Picking up the pieces.
Of what? Your broken heart?
Just no, when the shitstorm comes in through the window, it breaks all the glass.
Okay. Why do you got a shitstorm going on?
Oh, life is a shitstorm, is it not?
Well, I mean, life is what you make it. You never know. It's like something about chocolate in a box of or something.
Yeah, well, some people have bigger toilets to deal with their shitstorm than others, so.
You got to get one of those mammoth ones with the elongated, so your junk and stuff can fit through there.
I saw a funny meme the other day. It was like this super wide toilet, and it said for Kardashians only.
Jesus.
Big ass. That was actually entertaining.
Hold on.
I like memes now.
Yeah.
I used to hate memes. They're funny now. Because what else do I have to do? What am I holding on for?
No, nothing.
We're working here.
I know. Sorry. I know. So I have a question for you. Do you ever make your own homemade pizzas at home? Well, that would be homemade. You don't make a neighbor's home pizza. Hey, Chuck, I'll borrow your kitchen. I'm going to make some pizzas and bring them back to my house. Do you ever make your own homemade pizzas?
Oh God, I got to process what you just said because that's going to be bouncing around in my head. But I think so. With a pizza oven or just like a brick oven or just a regular.
Well, I mean,
are we talking just strictly dough ingredients or
dough?
Or
not necessarily making your own dough because it's way too hard to do that. I don't have time for that. But there was something back probably about 25 years ago. They were called Boblies. Do you remember Boboli?
Yes.
So
yes, we used to get those all the time.
And that was a big hit. Everyone, was like going, hey, we can make our own pizzas at home and it's fresh. They got tired of the frozen pizza and they got tired of the $20 pizzas that you get at like the Pizza Slut and all that. Mm-hmm. So you had the Boblies. Now the dough itself, I don't know. It's kind of like cardboard. I've tried one of them. I'm like, I'll never eat that again. But now there's a couple companies out there. Like when we go to Publix, I will stop by the deli section. They have bags of dough already made. Like, just a big ball in a saran wrap bag.
Raw dough?
Yeah, raw dough. And then what you do is you open it up and you put it in a bowl and let it not percolate. Let it proof. That's what it is.
Rise.
Yeah, let it proof. And then you can make your own pizza out of that. Well, of course, I shop at Walmart. And I love Walmart. I love Walmart to death. I hope
Walmart loves you.
I know they do. They have in their deli section, they have right next to their own great value pizzas, deli style pizzas that they sell. In that whole thing, they've got a bag. It's $1.76 for this. I don't know what company it is. It looks so generic. But I was like, you know what? Let's try it. And so I make calzones. My wife makes pizzas. So, you do the round, you bring the dough out. Mm-hmm. The only instructions on the bag is just let the dough in the bag get to room temperature. So you come home with this little bag, this, about the size of a sandwich bag, Mm-hmm. And if you're watching this here on the video, about like that. And you just leave it on the counter. And it proofs in that bag. It almost will puff up like a pillow. And then you're like, all right, it's ready. It gets to room temperature within about 4 or 5 hours. You cut the bag open, and then you physically have to do where you kind of put it on a flour table and you kind of mat it out how you want it and stuff. Once you make your pizza, you dress it however you want. I do calzone, so I fill the belly of it with all the stuff that I want, and then take another piece of dough and put it on top and crimp the edges and stuff. I know everyone out there is starving right now. So
I know I am.
Yeah. So the 2 pizza doughs will make something as big as my keyboard here. See my keyboard? Sorta.
That's a big keyboard.
Yeah, that'll make 1 calzone. And I've been eating on that for 4 days. Here's where I'm getting at. The dough on this $1.76 bag of dough that I got from Walmart is the best pizza crust or calzone crust I have ever had. I've eaten pizzas all over the place. I've, ordered this and ordered that and had flatbread this. And this dough, and I've taken a picture of it. I don't know if I can find it on my phone. It's probably buried on my phone somewhere. Is the best dough I've ever had. It's that New York style. Oh, it's the water. I don't know where this dough comes from. And it's only like $1.76, $1.74.
I know where it come from.
Where?
China.
No, it's not. Yeah, because China's famous for making pizza dough over there.
Well, I mean they're monopolizing everything else, so why not pizza dough? Good grief.
Noodles, yes. Pizza dough, no. But it is the best pizza. And when I say pizza dough, are you a crust eater?
Yeah, I like crust.
Do you like I like
the thin crust better though.
Do you really? Like cracker
go ahead
style?
And call me a
pussy.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the crunchier crust. I got to be in the mood for that deep dish stuff.
No, that's Chicago. That's garbage. That's garbage too. I'm talking just hand toss is what it is. Basically, it's a great hand toss dough.
Yeah. Either or, I can deal with either or.
The dough that comes out of there is almost like almost like the consistency of a sourdough. If you've had like a really good sourdough bread, I know.
Yeah.
Foodie talk here, on This Is 50.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, well, everyone does.
But I mean, just sitting here listening to you describe all of this, I'm going, can we hurry up and get this over with? I want to run to Walmart.
Go to Walmart and grab it, put it on the counter, and then I always get like whatever red sauce that they have, whatever's the cheapest,
Here's my pizza dough and my red sauce, and here's these 14 Snickers and 3 pieces of beer.
So I just wanted everyone to know that if you're looking to make homemade pizza at the house, that dough is in the where they sell it's not Great Value. It's like Marketplace or something, whatever Walmart's brand of deli products is.
Yeah.
Special market or something like that. I don't know. But it's over there.
It's probably over there with their already pre-made pizzas, but not the,
Yeah, you'd still have to cook them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I always just trick myself. I buy DiGiorno and then just tell myself it's homemade.
I'll never eat DiGiorno again. I will never eat. Since I found this dough, I'll never eat DiGiorno again.
Oh. Well, you got to give me the name of it. I'm just sitting over here pissing in the seat waiting because I got to know what this is.
I'll post it on the Facebook page over at This Is 50 on Facebook. I'll post it over there, and you can see it.
How about next week you actually bring the dough in? I want to see it in the bag. Well, hey, let's set up a table behind you and let's watch it percolate.
I'll fire up the coal fire oven outside and go ahead and do one here on the air. Sure, why not?
Yeah, and we'll watch it percolate, and we'll just see you just gorge yourself on your newfound pizza dough.
So I'm
excited.
Yeah, you're I say a free man. You're bacheloring it up this whatever. I don't know. Your wife flew out of town for personal reasons. We won't get into all that, but still. Yes. How are you going to eat, Shane? I mean, who's going to feed you?
I'm probably not going to eat. When she's gone, I just graze. I'm like making, look, there's some tapioca pudding that she used for a recipe 6 years ago with some left over. Let me mix that up. Oh, I don't have any milk. I wonder if water will work. That's the way this goes with me. So I'm just mad scientist everything in there. It'll end up being mustard and crackers again. But that's what you were raised on, is mustard and crackers. Well, I don't know. When she's gone, I just kind of wing it, but I have no plan. There's no groceries in the house.
Are you going to go get groceries? I mean, I know she just left this morning. So if she's hey, I'm going to be here for 2 weeks. I mean, you can only eat so much tapioca pudding and mustard and crackers.
Well, I'm definitely going to go get some pizza dough, so I probably should buy some other stuff while I'm there.
Yeah, throw some Velveeta cheese or something in there too.
Well, I'll have to go get beer, which I can go get beer at the gas station down the road. Coldest beer in town, by the way.
That's what they say.
Yep. I wonder who gauges that. Is there like a government agency that runs around going, well, yeah, they're right. You can put that sign on your window.
You passed. Here you go. You passed. We tempt your cooler. No, sometimes like the beer coolers will have right above on top, coldest beer in town. They'll actually have a thermometer up on top, and it'll say 35 degrees. I think is what they want to keep it at. But here's the thing: how many dickheads are gone in and out of that friggin' beer cave and left the goddamn door open, and or they just got a shipment, and the Busch Light guy came in and he just put out of his hot steamy truck, put 19 cases into the and you're sitting there putting your finger on each can in the case to figure out if it's cold or not.
Yeah, but there's always that one guy that's not just going to take their word for it. He's going to go look at the thermometer.
Well, he can look at a thermometer, but the hot cases of beer that just got shipped in.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to take a while for it to cool down, but I can see that same guy going up to the register and going, well, Habib down the road here, it's almost frozen.
You know what you should do, Shane? You ever had an aquarium?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes on the aquarium, they have the little, it's like a sticker that's on the side of the aquarium that tells you what the temperature is of the aquarium.
Oh, yeah.
It's like kind of like this.
You stick those on your forehead, too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like some kind of crystallized stuff. So it changes colors. You know, the closer it gets to 50 and 40, it goes from like green to blue or whatever like that. You should carry one of those in your pocket when you go into the beer cooler and just put it on the beer can itself to see what the temperature is.
Yeah, if I start doing that, then
you've got problems.
Yeah, I'm just pretty much totally no left at all.
Yeah, I'm checked in. All right, guys.
I come in here one day talking about, well, Travis, I went, what'd you do today? Well, I went around measuring beer temperature.
All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
What are you going to do for food? I worry about you, Shane.
I don't know. I really don't know. It was just all whirlwind. Gotta go. Okay. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Go, I'll survive.
No, I won't. Please don't go.
You can DoorDash all day long.
Oh, for God's sakes, no.
All right.
I'm going to tell you something. DoorDash, we ought to get onto that subject one day. Those damn thieves.
Well, we're coming back, so want to talk about it? Here we go. So, Shane, are you going to do DoorDash while the missus is away?
Absolutely not.
Why? What's wrong with DoorDash? Do you have...
What a bunch of thieves.
Why are they thieves? Are they stealing? Are they stealing your fries or something before they get them to you? What's going on?
No, they're stealing my money. I mean, the delivery costs more than the food.
Well, duh, Shane.
Who's gonna do that? You're going to pay $25 to get a Big Mac that's 6 minutes down the road just because you're too damn lazy to get in your car and go get it.
Yes.
No, that's a millennial thing. If there is either one or two things is going to happen here. I'm going to get in the car and go get it, or I'm going to go hungry.
Okay.
I mean, it's got to be something that I really just got. I mean, I got to be totally shit-faced drunk to use that. Like, can you DoorDash 1,000 cream donuts or something?
Krispy Kreme donuts?
I might do that. Yes.
Oh, yeah, because you'd like that.
That's my last meal, right?
Yeah. That and chocolate milk. Have you ever... Well, you haven't really been quote unquote.
I just think it's a rip.
You haven't really quote unquote been single because you got married at an early age. What age did you get married at?
Well, I was single before I got married, so I've been single.
I know, but what age did you get married at?
I don't know how old I am right now. I'm gonna say. I'm going to say 18. Yeah, I was 18. She was 17.
Okay, so 18, 17.
It was legal.
Okay.
Yeah, it was legal in the state we were in.
But what I'm saying is you haven't been in like you're single in your 20s and you're living on your own and you're just drunk at night and you order Papa John's and then you pass out on the couch and forgot that you ordered Papa John's.
No. Well, no, let me take that back. I think I had about a year of living like that. So when I left high school, I went right out of high school into the military. Then that was in December. And then I had to go to my training school after that. So all in total 6 months. So I had about a year of that kind of bachelor living.
But you were in the military.
I ran into the trap.
Yeah, you were in boot camp.
Yeah, but that's all we did. That's all. No. Like once you finish with boot camp and you're finished with your job training, then it's more like a regular job.
Right.
You know, I had like they called them dorm rooms. I had a roommate. You know, we just all partied all the time. But we would drink we'd probably drink a case and a half of beer a night and go in just blistered, go into work blistered every day. And here we are, drunk, hungover, stinking. Go over here and load this sensitive equipment on this millions and millions of dollar aircraft. That's the government for you to turn us loose on that kind of stuff.
But it was job security. You really, I mean, it's not like the business was going to fail because Shayne was too drunk. You're basically, I mean, you work for the government. They're not really going to fire you. What are they going? I mean, how would you get fired?
No,
You get reprimanded.
You'd probably get a nice vacation to Fort Leavenworth, Kansas,
Which is
that's military prison.
Is it really?
Fort Leavenworth, yes.
For being drunk on the job?
Yeah, if you get in trouble, and that will get you in trouble.
Will it really?
Yeah, bouncing checks will get you in trouble in the military. Having an affair with a married woman. Now, I don't know about now, but when I was in, I think anything goes now. Bouncing checks, having affairs, drunk on the job would get you sent to prison. They didn't screw around. They just sent you straight to the pokey.
But how long were you in jail? I mean, let's say you're drunk on the job. You go to a trial, and then the judge hits the gavel and goes, all right, you got 5 years, 6 months, 2 days. I mean, what is military for being drunk on the job?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I was never accused of being drunk on the job, but it's called a court martial. It's not a trial.
Right.
Just so you know.
I've seen that on TV somewhere.
Jag. I don't know. I don't know what the time would be for, I guess the judge would have to, decide just like any other case.
I don't see it. I don't see it being more like a week, like being grounded.
Well, I mean, first of all, if you're going to prison, you've already been kicked out.
Okay,
so they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you twice. They're gonna kick you out, and then they're gonna make you serve some time somewhere.
Is that dishonorable discharge?
Yes, and that follows you the rest of your life.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Are you allowed?
If you're dishonorably discharged, the only thing you'll ever be able to do is become a Democrat. I'm kidding.
But I heard somewhere that if you are dishonorable discharged, with all the gun violence and stuff, and they're like banning guns, are you allowed to buy a gun if you're dishonorable discharged?
No,
you are not. So it's worse than being a felony.
Yeah, as far as buying a gun goes, because I mean, what they're going to do is do a background check. So we talked about this last time, but I've got my carry and conceal license, so I had to go through more background checks than you would if you applied for one, just because I was in the military.
Right.
Because what we're shooting at, but if there's dishonorably discharged, they'd fail the background check.
Really?
He would fail the background check because they just don't want. It's a nice drinking. Pose there.
I'm losing you. Hold on. Let everything catch up.
We're having technical difficulties, folks.
All right, there we go. It's caught up. So I didn't realize
you're still drinking your beer. It must be a good one.
I didn't realize that being dishonorable discharge was more serious than committing a felony. Because felony, technically, after you've served your time, you can apply to have your rights brought back to you as far as gun ownership. Well,
I mean, dishonorable discharge, I mean, I guess it's maybe not as bad as a felony. It just depends on what it was for. But if you're dishonorably discharged, you're not going to be able to get any kind of government programs or VA loans or anything. You can't get health care through the VA once you get it just disqualifies. Once you become homeless, then you'll pretty much stay homeless.
Oh, Jesus. That's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, this internet connection's terrible.
Yeah, I know. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back.
Todd, top of the damn tower and fix this.
Get Todd off the tower.
Jeez. I told you there's kids playing Call of Duty, dad's watching porn.
It's that's why I picked this time, 2 o'clock. You figured that the bandwidth would be fine. Bring in the clowns. Bring in the clowns. Where are the
people watching
clowns?
on YouTube are going to really get a kick out of this.
All right, you ready?
We haven't been time.
You ready?
Sure.
Okay. So I made fried chicken the other night. Speaking of more food.
No. What are you? You've been on a fast or something for a week?
No, it's we don't have fast food or any kind of like restaurants around us. So it's kind of like, if you want it, you make it here on the property. We 22 some odd acres, population 2,500 people here. The closest restaurant is a Wendy's and a Bojangles, and that's 8 miles away. And they don't have enough staff to, like, dinner time. Wendy's usually shuts down. They do breakfast, they do lunch. They have no one to work the breakfast or the lunch shift. They shut down like at 6.
Really?
Yeah. It's sad. It really is sad. So if you want to make anything or do anything, so I came across this recipe for breading, and I made fried chicken. Well, it was just an experiment. I did boneless, skinless thighs, cut them in half, and then dredged them buttermilk with hot sauce and in a flour mix that I created, and then put them in a fry daddy. And my dad's like in and out of the kitchen, like pacing, like, I wonder if I'm going to get one of those. I'm just making it for me and my wife. That's all I'm doing. Just making it for me and my wife. And he's walking in and out of the kitchen. In and out of the kitchen. And then, when we were all done, I said, all right, we've had our share. So I go, Dad, you want to try one of these? You want to try a piece of this chicken? And he goes, oh, yeah, I'll try it. So I gave him a piece. He's like, that's the best chicken he's ever had. So now he asked me the other day, he's like going, hey, if I buy the chicken and the flour and the oil, can you make this chicken for me all week long?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, and his birthday's coming up. So I'll make him a chicken dinner or something.
That's what goes on over here at my house. If somebody just doesn't want to do something, they don't want to cook something. Oh, you always make it better than I do.
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm following the same recipe you are. I'm just the one putting in the work.
Well, there is, science has proven that, for example, if you make your own sandwich, what's your favorite, like just regular deli meat sandwich, like ham and cheese? What's your favorite sandwich that you would make at the house?
German aged Black Forest ham.
Okay. So if you make it, there's mentally in your mind.
It doesn't matter, dude. I'll eat whatever.
Mentally in your mind, you are not hungry anymore. You've already, because you've made it, you've smelled the ham, you've smelled the bread, you've smelled the mayonnaise and the mustard, whatever you put on it. Your brain already has shut down. So when you bite it, you're eating it with 70% of intention of, yeah, this is good. But if someone else makes it for you, you know 100% you're involved in that sandwich now. Their science has shown that. That's why it tastes better when someone else makes it.
Okay.
So, you got that?
Yeah, I'm processing. But it's the same sandwich with the same ingredients.
Same sandwich, same ingredients. If I was to make you that sandwich, Shane, my sandwich would taste better than your sandwich if you made it for yourself.
But what if I picked that sandwich up and go, yeah, I really don't want it, and handed it back to you? Would it taste good because I gave it to you?
No.
Or if I made you the same sandwich, would it taste better to you?
No, I can't be around the sandwich when it's made.
Okay, so I make the sandwich here at my house,
right?
And then I drive an hour and a half to your
right
house and give it to you. It's going to taste better
than if I was to make it at home.
Stupid. Human beings are just stupid.
Why?
First of all, who funded that little project? Who funded that research project?
I don't know. Some college kids that were stoned in their bedroom or something.
Oh my God, no! I'm sorry, I'm not buying that.
No, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
Nah, yeah. Well, I've also heard it tastes better. Bigfoot brings it to you.
Ooh, That'd be interesting. A lot of hair in
Bigfoot
it.
working for DoorDash will bring you. That's it right there. We got it. Let's get Bigfoot to work for DoorDash and bring you sandwiches you didn't make. It'll be the best thing ever.
I hate wasting food.
Why?
Well, I mean, and I'm
born in the Depression, or
no. I will eat stuff. Like I'll look in the refrigerator, and my meal, whatever I choose to eat, will be determined on what is getting ready to go bad, or we haven't touched, or needs to be eaten before I would throw it away.
Okay.
So,
well, that's not. Okay, so you're not talking necessarily leftovers. You're just talking something is about to go bad, and you're gonna eat it before you throw it away.
Correct. Right. So if like the sour cream is getting ready to go bad, I will make sure that I make like I've got a thing of potatoes here. I'm going to make, either mashed potatoes or a baked potato or something like that. Even though I don't want a baked potato, even though I don't want the sour cream, I'm just eating it because, I don't want it to go bad. One thing that we have now here on our property, we have a garden. We have a big, huge garden out there, and the zucchini's starting to come in.
Ooh.
Do you like zucchini?
It depends on how it's cooked. So I like it deep fried, but otherwise it's slimy.
Deep fried? Do you batter it and deep fry it?
Yeah.
Like so, it's ended up like a fried mushroom.
Yeah, deep mushroom, deep fried pickles. The way they do those, like the egg wash and cornmeal.
Oh, okay.
The most unhealthiest way to eat a healthy vegetable.
You pick this superfood and you're like going, how can I actually digest this superfood in my body? I know, I'll coat it with 350 calories of carbs and processed sugars and stuff. Perfect. But I'm eating zucchini.
That's the American way.
So
it is what it is.
I know. So I've made zucchini bread. Have you ever had zucchini bread?
I have. I like it.
Yeah, it's like a carrot cake type thing. So I've made 5 loaves of zucchini bread already. We've eaten 2. And, they're small, like a loaf pan. And I've frozen the other 3. And so I've got these zucchinis like sitting on the kitchen counter. And I was in the kitchen. I'm like, all right, it's time for me to make breakfast. I'm like, I don't want these zucchinis to go bad. So I start dicing them up, a little silver dollar. And I put some oil in a pan and fry them up and stuff. And my dad comes in and he's like, what are you doing? I go, well, I don't want the zucchinis to go bad. So this is my breakfast. Zucchini for breakfast? I'm like, yeah, Dad, zucchini for breakfast. Let me try one. So fry one up and I hand it a little bit of salt on it and hand it to him. Like you said, you don't like them mushy, out of the oil onto a paper towel. Yeah, they're mushy. So he takes a bite and he goes, no. He goes, you like this?
Did he spit it out or did he?
I go, no, he didn't spit it out. He ate it. But I mean, he's like going, you like this? I go, well, it's not a fact that I like it or not. It's a fact that I don't want these. We spent all this hard time, putting the dirt in the ground and watering them and putting, you picking all the little bugs off of them and caring for this plant. I'm going to eat the fruits of my labor, whether I like it or not. I'm going to eat these things.
Well, don't pick the bugs off. That's extra protein.
Oh, sometimes you get like those stink bugs on there. They like to nest in those things.
That's okay. Just a little bitter. All right.
No.
Eat them anyway. Yeah, but I mean, we're right the opposite. So my wife, she orders all the groceries, but she doesn't ever bother to check and go, okay, we've got this. She just like hits this revolving door of ordering groceries. So, we'll have zucchini down in the bottom shelf that's now turned to liquid.
Yeah, it's emulsified.
Yeah, and I'm going, babe, here's, and how they wrap them individually. So now it's just this zucchini shaped bag full of green liquid. So I'm like, but we'll end up with, I think the other day I counted, we had 6 bottles of coffee creamer.
Really?
And then she's the type that will have like, she likes to buy the pre-mixed salads.
Yeah.
All those things will liquefy too.
You have one salad out of it and then you forget it's in there and it all turns to friggin' goo.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there thinking, golly, all these starving kids, and here we are, just don't buy it. I mean, if you're not, if you're not going to eat it, don't buy it.
It's like
somebody else will eat it.
You've got a handful of all the new zucchini, and you're taking the zucchini, and you're slowly walking to the refrigerator, and you open up the zucchini drawer, and the zucchini that you ordered last week is, like you said, emulsified down at the bottom, and you're picking up the dead body of the zucchini, and the live zucchinis passing each other. They're looking at each other. Goes, this could be you. No, it's a death sentence, and the zucchini goes down in the bottom drawer. And this is it. This is where we die.
This will be you next week. Yeah. You'll never fulfill your purpose.
Run. Get out while you can.
Oh God, what was that? What was that stupid movie, sausage movie or something, where all the food talk?
Sausage Party, yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah, I know.
All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back.
Yeah, whatever's going on with the internet today is not. It is.
I know it's hard.
Bad. I'm doing another.
All right, do that. I'll be right back.
Another test. Okay. It's not fun when it's like this.
I know it, because I'm trying to figure out what you heard, and I'm trying to pick up where I left off and all that.
Well, I mean, but don't you have to go back and do some serious heavy editing?
Yeah,
doing this.
Yeah, that's why
it's still coming through anyway.
No. It bogs down on like I can hear myself in the background of you.
What do we? I mean.
I don't know what I don't know what the setting is on that, where, because if I say something right now, I can hear it right there.
I wonder if you sending a new link would help. That usually fixes the problem.
Let me send you a new link.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's
all right?
What's on the background? Is that YouTube or just a screensaver?
It's YouTube. You want me to shut it off?
Yes.
All right, let me do a
give it about 30 seconds for it to actually disconnect.
29, 28, 27, 26. Are you drinking Bud Light again?
No, Busch Light.
Oh. Have you found in the peach bush yet?
You know what? And there's I can already tell your screen's better.
Is it?
Oh God, yeah.
Well, maybe that was it.
There you go. That's
you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? That was running in 4K. Eating up my bandwidth. Well, now we figured it out.
Yep.
All right, let's start the show over.
All right, let's start it over.
No.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, if you want to put, does that have a does that TV have a SIM card? An SD card or something you can put
in? It's got USB.
No, I didn't say the right thing. A SD card.
I don't know.
Because you could
maybe
record that on there and then just plug it in the side of the thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Yeah, that's so much better now. I'm sure I'm probably better on your end now. Am I better on your end now?
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Much better.
Okay, see that, then no more TV in the background. I know you want to be cool and stuff, but.
Well, no, I do it all the time, but that particular one that I was running was a 4K video.
All right.
I can do like a 1080, and it doesn't affect it that way.
Do a 720 next time, Shane.
Okay. Yeah.
So we figured it out why you were skipping all over the place.
What was before 720? What,
360, 480 and 360.
Okay.
DPI.
Well, maybe I'll go back to that then.
You know what DPI stands for?
Dot.
Yep.
pixel interface.
Nope.
Oh.
Dots per square inch.
There we go. See, that's what I said.
Dots per
You
square
didn't hear
inch.
me?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever.
PPI is pixels per square inch.
Yeah, you always want DPI though.
Yeah, see what I'm catching on.
And it's PXI.
Okay.
You suck.
If you're going to talk about it, use the right terminology.
I bought some new lights for my garage, and you would not be you'd be surprised how excited I was to have these lights.
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
I bought a trash can the other day.
What kind of trash can? Is it? Hold on. Is it one of those subhuman trash cans?
What's a subhuman trash can?
I don't know. There's a brand out there called like Subhuman or Real Human or iHuman or something like that. It's supposed to be like environmentally friendly, eco bullshit, cocksucking shit. I don't fucking know.
How do you have an eco-friendly trash can?
No,
you
like the trash can.
It's made of?
No, the trash can is made from like recycled baby diapers or something.
But the minute you put trash in it, it's no longer eco-friendly.
It depends on what you're doing with your trash. What are you doing with your trash?
Oh my God. I'm going to start burning it. That's what I'm going to do.
That's what I do.
I'm the least eco-friendly person there is. I got carbon footprint everywhere.
We burn our trash and in the fire pit. And then after a little bit, I'll dig out the ashes, sift through them because sometimes there's like a battery or something in the trash can. And then I'll spread it on the yard in the horse pastures. So it has the nutrients, the nitrogen and stuff goes back into the soil.
Well, I've got to, now get this.
Uh-huh.
I'm just asking for trouble.
Sure.
I live in a
suburban.
What are they called?
Suburban area.
Well, no, it's a homeowners association.
In a suburban area.
Housing development in city limits.
Uh-huh.
And I burn stuff in a 55-gallon drum.
Do you have the little gloves with the fingers all cut off too? So you're like, oh, it's cold tonight.
Oh no, I need to get some of those. No, I get between Amazon and some other stuff, I just end up with mountains of cardboard boxes, and I hate breaking them down, and they won't pick them up. They want you to take them and recycle them. You got to pay for it. I'm like, screw that shit. I'll just burn them. So I burn my cardboard boxes and whatever else might happen to slip in there.
You know, if Amazon was smart, and hear me out, Amazon, if Amazon was smart,
I know where this is going.
They would drop you off one big box to where you would physically, unfortunately, Shane, you would have to break them down, and then they would take those boxes back to
that's fine.
The call center or whatever it is and reuse them.
Yeah. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would break them down if I knew somebody was going to come get them. But what happens over here is the recycle people and then the regular trash people start fighting each other.
For what? For your boxes?
Well, no. If you put out, all right, so they pick up the trash every week, then they pick up the recycle every other week.
All right.
If you put your boxes, let's just say you've got a stack of boxes to throw out there. If you put those boxes out there on a week where both picks up, then the trash people will go, oh, recycle people will get that. The recycle people go, oh, trash people will get that. And then nobody gets that.
Do you have,
it just stays there.
Do you have lawn debris pickup too?
Yeah, but you got to pay extra for it and you got to schedule it.
Yeah. That's why we live out in the country, Shane. Move on out of there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I went and got a 55-gallon drum, paid $15 for it, fired that thing up, burn a circle in my grass.
That's all right. But what about your trash can? I mean, what's so special about the trash can that you bought? Now, this is like a kitchen trash can, like a 13-gallon trash can, right?
Well, I was just excited that I bought a trash can. You wave your hand over the top of it and the lid opens. You don't have to touch it. But you were talking about just getting excited from garage lights, and I'm like, well, I feel you. I bought a trash can, and I was like, oh, I can't wait for this thing to get here.
Now you got to glue like the googly eyes on the top of the trash can, so when it's
how to do that? How to do that? Put some Cookie Monster teeth on it too when it opens up.
I don't think Cookie Monster has teeth, does he?
He's got to have teeth to eat cookies, right?
I don't know. I think he's toothless.
Okay. Well, I have to research that. He's just a bigger version of Elmo anyway.
But yeah, but the garage lights that I bought is, we have the regular tube LED lights on the top, the strips. I got 4-foot strips on top. But in the garage, because the stupid light on the garage motor, the door opener, it's supposed to, when you cross the line, it's supposed to click on it. It lights up nothing. So I've got one of those motion lights in the front of the garage, when the cars pull in that wall. And when the motion light, you walk in front of it, it lights up the whole garage. So anytime you walk in the garage, you have lights, no matter what. The lights that I bought, you ever been to Ollie's? Olleiie.
Yes.
It's like a discounted, bankruptcy type. They buy all the shit and they just bulk it out, and they're like going discontinued, didn't sell, and all that stuff. They had these lights that are regular standard base, and it has 6 panels, about 2 by 2 inch square, and then in the center it's got a round circle, and the panels fold up. Okay, so it's almost like
I know what you're talking about.
So these were clearanced out for I think $6, and it says the equivalent of 750 watts for one of them. 750 watts, Shane.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
So I screwed in 2 of these into the garage. You walk into the garage, it's like your center stage at Madison Square Gardens that lights up the whole room. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, holy shit, Jesus Christ. Literally, hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I repent. I thought it was, Christ's second coming. No, it's these lights.
Wow. Yeah, they usually don't, because those are like LED panels and they don't usually light up as well as that.
No, they were
hold of some good ones.
I got some good ones, and the best part is they're right above my new tool work area. So you walk in there to look for a tool. You don't have to fumble for the lights in the garage. You walk right in, bing, these lights come on, and it lights up the whole entire. And we have a 3-car garage. It lights up the whole entire garage.
Well, the last time I was in there, you had a bunch of stuff shoved in there. Did you clean it out?
Yeah.
And turn it into a workstation or whatever?
Yeah, it's all cleaned out and everything. It only took us 10 years to figure out how to do it, but still.
Well, yeah, it looked like homeless people were living there the last time I saw it.
Hey, come on. My dad just moved in, or I don't know. I'm trying to make up an excuse for something.
Well, what are you going to build, Bob?
I think I'm done building. We got it done just in time for me to do absolutely. I think we're moving. We're going to move, so.
Okay, well. That'll add to the value of the house. Look, I have pegs on my wall. You can too.
Yeah, my dad, it's getting hot now, and this is his first full year of living here in North Carolina with us. And so now the weather's been nice and stuff. So he sits out on our big back porch overlooking the property. And we have 3 porch, ceiling fans out there on the thing. And my dad's sitting out there, and he's playing with we have one of those bug assault things where it shoots assault for the flies and stuff. So he's out there playing around with that, like a kid. And he's got his little rocking chair, and it's a padded rocking chair. And I said, Dad, why don't you turn on the ceiling fans, get some crosswind going on? He's like, oh, you have ceiling fans out here? Yeah, big 5-panel things that 52 inches above your head. So I clicked them on, and I've got them to where one rotates clockwise, the other one rotates counterclockwise, and then the last one clockwise. So it moves some air on the porch there, big porch.
Okay,
covers the back of the house, and he's like, "Oh, this is nice." And, he's out there drinking his beer, and he's shooting the flies with the assault rifle. And I leave him alone. I go on and do what I got to do, and then I come back up. He's inside now. This is like 3:30 in the afternoon. He's inside now. And I go, walk around in the house looking for him. And when he takes a nap, he leaves his door open, so we know that he's sleeping,
Versus what? Being
dead.
Not. Hey, Dad, leave the door open there in case you kick off.
So I look, and he's taking a nap on the bed. And then I go back outside the kitchen doors, French door. So I go back out the kitchen door out on the deck, and fans are still going. Still going, Full speed.
God.
Full
Let 'em
speed.
burn. Let them burn.
Burning that crude oil. And I go, Jesus Christ. Clicked it off. He wakes up about 5 o'clock, makes his dinner and stuff. I'm like, hey, Dad, you left the fans on. Huh? Dad, remember I said click them off? Yeah, you didn't turn them off. All right. Next day, I'm doing yard work or something, and he goes out on the porch. Now he's clicked on the fans, so he's got that where he's physically. I've clicked on these fans. Sits down. He's playing with the bug assault thing. I'm mowing the lawn or doing something out in the yard, and 3:30 goes back inside, and 4 o'clock I walk into the house to grab something to drink or whatever, and I go, Dad, are you in here? Yeah, I'm taking a nap. I'm like, you want me to leave these fans on for you? Are you coming back out again or something? No, I'm done. I'm done being out there. I'm like, well, can you cut the fans off before you come back in? Let that energy burn that oil again. Jesus Christ.
So how do you turn them off? A switch, or you got a pull chain?
One switch, one switch controls all three. So it's power to the ceiling fans, and then you can, turn the lights on or slow the fans down or whatever you want to do.
So here's what you do. You get really long pull chains.
I got real
fan.
Yeah, I got them.
Yeah, so take those really long pull chains and then add a little bit of extra rope to it or something, and then tie them to his belt loop. So when he gets up, walks away, it just turns them off.
I thought you were going to say tie it around his neck.
No. Well, I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as he gets up and walks off, it'll just turn them off.
He's worth.
You gotta work around these people. You really do. Because I'm telling you, he's paying you back for all the bullshit you did to him as a kid.
The problem is, Shane, he wasn't around when I was a kid, and that's the thing.
Oh, you had one. Okay.
he was doing his own thing.
Welcome to Daddy Issues with Travis and Shayne.
Daddy wasn't there, but just told it hair, told him away. If you ever watch Goldmember.
Yeah, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You got to train your dad. I mean, just
no training that guy.
He's doing the best he can.
He's doing his thing.
He's 70 some years old.
He'll be 77 next week.
77. So he's almost 80.
Well, it's 60s. He's 60. Well, he's almost 80. No, 77. He'll be 77. He's almost 78.
Oh, well, I mean, he's closer to 80 than he is anything else, except 78.
It's 78, exactly.
I'm just saying, he's made it that far, so that's kind of good for you. That bodes well for you that you might at least make it to 77.
Nah, I got my mom's genes I got my mom's genes.
Do you wear them often?
I like spatulas in them.
Well, I hope so. Well, let's not bring the conversation down.
All right.
I think you'll live to be. I'm calling it 85.
All right, thanks. And I'm put that in the pool.
I mean, you won't be able
Shane
to
McManus,
wipe your ass.
85.
Yeah, you'll have to have your wife wipe your ass for you, but you'll be there.
Well, she's 10 years younger than I am, so she'll be 75 by then.
Well, she might have. So she might have to have somebody wipe her ass too. Who knows?
It'll be a train of ass wipers.
Yeah.
So
work at a place like that.
You were talking. You were ass wipers. You were talking about bringing the podcast down, Paul. I hate to say that I actually lost another friend, Shane. And I use that term. I use that term very loosely, friend. I knew him growing up.
Okay.
And
because if this continues to happen, then we're no longer going to be friends. I think I'm just going to have to cut ties here because I'm getting nervous.
I'm not traveling with you anywhere.
Now, when you say lost, do you mean
died, dead?
Okay,
dead, gone.
Okay.
So here's what happened. So I told you the story of my friend, one of my best friends growing up, got hooked on heroin and stuff, and took his own life, hung himself in the garage. Kids found him and all that stuff. So here's the thing: his nephew did heroin with him, and his nephew was probably 15 years younger than he was. So if he was 30, his nephew was 15, and they were both doing heroin.
What a great influence.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. I think the nephew is the one that kind of got him started on doing like these type drugs, because he was not watched at. He came from a broken home. The husband and wife split up, divorced, and he bounced between dad and bounced between mom and never really had an authority figure to steer him in the right direction. So he became like, he was really, really smart. He got really, really into computers and knew all the stuff about computers. You know, when you're, doing some drugs, they make you focus really, really good on some stuff. You know what I mean? And his focus was computers. He could take it apart and put it back together. He knew all the ins and outs and how to do all the computer stuff as far as like hacking and things like that. Unfortunately, he was hooked on heroin. And I said to his mom, who I'm good friends with, and I say his mom's 70, probably like 72 now, if not 68, somewhere around there. And we all grew up together. And she texted me and said that my son passed away, and I'm totally brokenhearted. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? She's like, I don't know. He didn't show up for work. And I went over to his apartment, and he was dead in the bed. And I remember years ago, probably 25, 30 years ago, I said to her then, when I knew he was doing heroin, I said, these stories don't end up good. They're not happy endings. They're not like, there's 0.5% of the people that do this stuff. And I don't know what happened as far as, did he get a hold of, you see fentanyl so many times now on the news. I say so many times. You hear about fentanyl, Michael Jackson, Prince, a couple other people, famous people that have gotten that and passed away. Now, do I feel bad? I feel bad for the mom that she's lost her son. Do I feel bad for the kid, the friend that passed away? No, I don't. So it was just one of those, Jesus, kind of like, oh man, I knew it was going to happen. Just waiting for that day, that phone call to come through.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got experience with this.
Yes.
And it's in my face every single day. But yeah, at some point you got to put the blame where the blame is due.
But the hill that you're battling, you've already done the uphill battle. This is the downhill battle, the recovery and the getting back on the feet and that type of stuff. You've done the hard part already.
Yeah, but it was hell it still is. It's just in a different way now. Right. But when you're dealing with somebody, and you're right, as long as that drug use is continuing, it's just a matter of time. But is it going to be an overdose, or is it going to be a different type of situation like, mine, where my family member didn't intend, it just kind of
where the body just completely shuts down.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it caused my daughter to end up having a stroke, and she's completely disabled. Mm-hmm. She can't do anything for herself. Now she's 25. We're hoping for, her to start getting some function back. But right now it's heroin use was a direct cause of it. And it's tough. We got to take care of her. She can't do a thing for herself. So I guess my point is that, like you said, it's not going to end well, whether it be, they overdose and die, or they end up crippling themselves, or, going to prison, or, just something crazy, something bad is going to come out of that drug use at some point, as long as it continues.
Yeah. It's not like you're doing drugs and all of a sudden you're going to reinvent, the internet, or you're going to reinvent, a fluffier pillow for everyone to sleep on. Oh wait, someone did do that. Sorry. That was the My Pillow guy. He smoked crack and said, I need a better pillow.
Oh, well, that was some good crack he had, because those are great pillows.
Do you have some? You have some?
No, I've never used one. I'm just saying it.
Oh, but
Send me a free pillow, Mike.
Yeah, Linda.
Try it out.
So I was just saying that, the mom reached out to me. Now, granted, I don't talk to the mom that hardly ever, but it was just weird that she reached out and said, hey, my son died. And don't forget, your best friend, my brother-in-law, because she was married to his brother, passed away. And she's like, I'm just completely distraught. I'm like, I feel for you. I'm sorry for you. I feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for the son because the son had every opportunity. He was doing like Suboxone and all the other stuff and going to not treatments, but he never really took care of himself to help himself get out of it. And some people just can't get out of it. So he ended up passing away in the middle of the night or something like that. I don't know exactly the details, but I just know that he passed away.
I know too many people that have gone down that road and didn't make it.
Yeah, and
several friends, and a lot of my kids' friends. That golly, between the two of them, I've lost count of how many of their friends have died because of drugs. It's sad, but the thing about it is it doesn't just affect those people; it affects everybody, whole family.
Yeah, I know.
So, all right. Way to bring the show down.
Sorry. Who we go? All right, we'll take a short little break, and I'll get into something a little bit lighter. I'll show you my fat sunburn when we come back.
Ooh.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, get ready for this. All right, stick around, guys. We'll be right back.
Oh, in this therapy session.
Yep, there you go.
Maybe we can get Ken's psychiatrist to join the show. You ever talk to that guy?
Who?
Ken.
Ken Curtis?
Ken.
No.
Ken.
I used to for a while. He would text me now and then. He said he'd listen to the Bad Calls podcast that I do. He's like, you really do not like telemarketers. I go, no, I do not. He goes, I feel so bad.
Why?
For the guys on the other end. And my wife's the same way. When I do the Bad Calls podcast, have you heard it before? I don't know if you've heard it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I've heard Bad Call. I love it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And my wife just like, I will say something like, F you, faggot gay. And you can hear my wife sometimes in the background, don't say that to them. They got our information. I said, they don't have shit on me. They don't even know my name.
My dad.
Oh, God. I got sunburned the other day.
Doing what?
Well, I told you I was outside and mowing the lawn and doing all that stuff. And my dad's sitting on the porch, burning the oil, the electricity juice that we have here on the property.
The oil, the oil powered fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good. They're good for Rosh Hashanah.
Okay. Okay. Shalom.
Yes. But look right here, Shane, watch.
Okay.
Can you see my forehead?
Oh, wow. That's a big one.
I got sunburned and I had a do-rag on, or I say do-rag. It's I cut off sleeves of my t-shirts and put them on my head. You know what I'm talking about?
That's innovative.
I know. Well, it keeps the sweat off. But you can see I've got this nice line here all the way across the front and then onto the side. So I'm going to leave it off for the rest of the show. But there you go. So I've got this like sunburn mask on my face.
I kind of like the look, though.
It's coming back.
It's like it's just like you escaped out of the... Never mind.
Yeah, I know. Just completely...
Looks like you escaped out of somewhere.
That bottle rocket just hit the ground.
Well. Just edit that one out.
I'm gonna show you this though. You ready? Get ready. I gotta switch one of the lights so you can see me. I don't know if you want to see me in this. If you have any
depends on what part of me I'm gonna see.
If you have any small children, you might want to take them away from the YouTube channel right now. So let me show you something.
Oh God.
Are you watching?
Yeah. Oh boy.
So look, I'm tan, right? I'm sunburned. Watch this. White. White. Oh, this is all white. Oh. This is what happens when you sit on a lawnmower for 4 to 5 hours.
Oh my God.
So there you go.
I'll wait till you get back.
All
Can
right,
you hear
hold
me?
on.
Jeez, now I'm not going to be able to unsee that.
So I took my shirt off. Well, I took my shirt off. I was taking a shower and I got out of the shower. My wife hasn't seen me all day. So I get out of the shower and she looked at me and her eyes were like this big. And she's like going, holy shit. And I go, what? She's like, you are sunburned. I go, I am? And I kind of look down. I go, yeah, I got a little sunburn. And then I went like that. All underneath here is all white. All around the outside of my belly is all white.
Yeah, you look like a turtle on your back.
So normally, Shane, that would all be nice and golden tan. But I was sitting on the lawnmower and my fat was hanging over the fat. And so I've got like this partial tan.
You got a fat tan.
I got a fat tan. That's what I got.
So we got a farmer's tan and a fat tan.
That's what I got. You ever seen like some girls when they lay on the beach and that little crease behind their butt, you know, where their leg meets the butt cheek, and then they get up and they've got that white strip right there where no sun is. That's what I got going on.
Well, yours is a little more exaggerated. It kind of looks like a face.
It does.
Yeah,
I should.
Looks like a face, or that.
Let me switch to the
Or the soft white underbelly of a turtle.
I feel it though. I haven't been sunburned in a long time, and it's that time of year. You know, it's summer out, and so I'm driving around. And I'm looking at my white self, and I'm like, I'm from Florida, man. I got olive skin, man. I need to get bronzed up. So I was riding around out on the lawnmower, sitting down, you know. Yeah. So there you go. I was kind of embarrassed.
How are you gonna try to even it out, or are you just gonna let it ride?
I will let it ride. I'm letting it ride. I'm not going to any kind of swimming competition or anything like that, or going to the beach or anytime soon. I'll just let it ride.
Well, I mean, you know, it probably wouldn't take you too long to even it out. How would you do it if you just
I would
on the front porch?
I would physically have to be, you know what drawn and quartered is, like on with the horses. I would physically have to lay out like I'm being drawn and quartered to stretch out every piece of skin that I have, legs out, arms out, and you know, a V. And you know, let the sun beat on me for like 3 hours or so.
Well, good for you for taking your shirt off. I mean, I'm not taking my shirt off.
Oh, I don't care. I'm proud of I do not care. Let me take that back. As a kid growing up, I was always a chunky kid. Everyone's a chunky kid. And I never knew that I was chunky until people started going, oh, look at you, you big fat, whatever. And then, you know, going through junior high into high school, I was involved in sports and, like I said, you know, played basketball and stuff. And I firmed right up and I went to the gym and all that stuff. I was never ashamed to take my shirt off. And then as I got older, I'm like going, you know how hard it is to stay in shape? I'm not that kind of person. I'm like going, you know, I'll do workout. I'll try to stay in shape. I'll walk. I'll do all this stuff. And then the older you get, I don't care. I do not care. This is what I look like. You know, I'm 50 years old. This is what I look like. I'm married. I'm happily married. I have an excellent life. I have a loving wife. I have a loving career. I have a loving everything I do. I love what I'm doing. So I'm like going, you know what? This is what I look like. This is me. And I'm confident. I guess. Confident is what I meant to say. I'm very confident in what I look like.
Okay. Well, you know, as long as your wife doesn't mind what you look like, that's really all that matters, right?
Well, exactly. I mean, as long as she's not embarrassed to be around me, and she always says, I'm never embarrassed to be around you. And that's the kind of person that you want to have. That's the person, you know, that you can, if you can find that person that says, I will never be embarrassed to be around you, other than me screaming at the telemarketers, calling them, you know, faggots and shit like that. Don't say that.
Yep, she's got her limits now. Mm-hmm. See, and the older you get, you'll probably. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with looking like a half tan turtle.
But think about like when you go to not when you go to nudist beaches, but when you see nude beach, you're thinking like all these beautiful people that are like, you know, Playboy models and GQ models and Armani models. No, they're big fat freaking penguin bellies and you know all these walking around.
Yeah, well. You know, I'm not going to go to a nude beach either, but yeah, they don't care.
No,
that's where they get to go because now listen, if you're going to go take your clothes off around a bunch of other ugly people, then, you know, you might not feel embarrassed, but you're not going to go to that beach where there's a bunch of hot people running around naked either.
In the room of three-eyed women, the two-eyed woman looks good.
What?
Meaning
that's some sort of explain that.
So you go into a room where like everyone's beautiful, but all the women have 3 eyes, and then the one woman that's kind of like, but she's got 2 eyes. You're like going, hey, let's get together type deal.
Oh, is that some sort of psychological?
I don't know. I made that up. I made that up years ago, and I'm trying to still work through it.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll throw that into some sort of college curriculum. I can't say that word. Never mind.
Right.
Let it go.
I never went to college, so I can't say
it. Yeah. I'm glad that you're confident. That's always a good thing.
And I think
you love yourself.
I do love myself very much. I told you I'm a very vain person. I'm a very confident person.
Do you love yourself long time?
At least 3 times a week. I love myself.
Well, gotta have an outlet, right? Wife's off riding horses.
Yep. Ooh. I think I saw something on the old TikTok channel. Watch that over and over, 30-second clip. So I would just like to say before we wrap up the show that we do appreciate all the advertisers that we have. We have a lot of advertisers that are behind the scenes that you guys might not know about, and we appreciate each and every one of them. We really do. Shane, you love the Murder and Coffee podcast.
I do.
Are you all caught up with them as far as the latest episodes and everything? Or are you still working on
I'm still working on it. I think I got a couple more to go before I get completely caught up, but they're good.
Yeah, they are.
Well done.
Yeah, they are very good. And if you're into like true drama and a well-produced podcast, that's murderandcoffee.com. Check them out. That's Matt Cochran over there. But sometimes you get amateur people that they don't know what they want to do. You present a package to them, and you're like, we can do this, and this. And then they go, okay, well, we'd like to have this, and this is what needs to be read, and this is all, all this stuff. And okay, that's fine. You agree to this package? We agree to this package. All right. So when we get everything signed up and everything, and no money, believe me, no money has exchanged hands yet. And then you go, all right, well, it'll be X amount of dollars, to advertise on this podcast. And it's a great value for what we do, Shane, not for nothing. It's a great value for what we do for our advertisers. We take it personally. We they're part of the family. That's the way we look at it. If you advertise with us, it's, family thing.
Sure.
So we had one advertisers that came across my desk, and, I set everything up and all the package deal and everything. I'm like, all right, it's X amount of dollars. And then they go, okay. I'm like, all right, when do you want to start? And they're like, well, as soon as possible. I'm like, great, no problem. So the advertiser says, I send them the bill, and they go, okay. I'm like, well, as soon as that gets paid in full, then we'll start your promotion. Well, what if I don't like it? No. No, we're going to do exactly what you said. We're doing everything that you possibly wanted. All in, it's a contract. Legally, if we don't do what you say, you can sue us. I mean, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for something I haven't seen yet. Oh, all right. So we had an advertiser that just didn't think. And here's the thing. This advertiser that was getting ready to jump on board with us was from an independent talk show in South Florida, Miami. And I'm like going, great. The formalities, if you're a talk show host, that this needs to happen before this needs to happen. Oh, no, I want you guys to do the advertisement first, and then if I like it, I'll pay you.
It doesn't work that way.
And I said, well, then you can say, we could do the best, damn sparkly advertisement for you. And then you can say, that sucks. Well, it's already out in the ether. It's already been done. The promotion's been done.
Yeah.
Well, so
it's just been very, very easily screwed us over.
Yeah,
and walked away.
Well, I'm not
after they got what they wanted.
Yeah, and then I'm not going to pay for that. I don't like it. It's like eating. It's like going to a restaurant and eating your steak and saying this steak is horrible, and you look down and let me see a manager, and then the manager comes over and goes, this steak was horrible, and the manager goes, well, you ate 10 3/4 of it, it's almost gone. Obviously, you like something. Sorry, you are going to have to pay for this. Now, we'll give you a free dessert or something, but
yeah,
I don't know. So I was just kind of miffed. You and Shane, you know, I put a lot of effort. I got you all the videos and stuff. I got you the printout for the script and everything that we were going to do. And then this person was like, "Oh no, I'm not paying for it."
Well, we got a good relationship with our sponsor, so that was one we probably didn't need.
Yeah, it was kind of shady. It was a website or something that was kind of like, you can earn 100% of whatever. I'm like, okay.
No, I'm sorry, you can't earn 100% of anything.
We're putting our name on it.
Well, yeah, that's probably a good thing that they walked away.
So what are you going to do? What do you got? What are you gonna, have you thought about dinner? Are you still going to go get the pizza dough?
No, maybe. I don't know. I might be digging in the bird feeder in the backyard. I don't know what I'm going to do. Here's the funny thing. I do all the cooking in the house.
Right.
I just don't buy the groceries. So it's like, if I don't find anything here to cook, I'll whip something up. I'll be fine.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, I got 3 dogs here.
Might be 2 tomorrow.
Those up if I have to.
2 tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's going to be a weird weekend anyway. So.
Well, I wish you lived closer, because if you did, then, you know, you could enjoy some of the hot, fresh pizza that we're going to have. And tonight, actually, I'm sorry, this weekend, we're making a beef cake.
Oh.
You ever had a beef cake before?
Oh, no. Never had a beefcake.
So what we're doing is, you get a pie crust. I know. Here we go back to food talk again, and we'll wrap up the show. You get a pie crust, and you get a loaf pan. Half the pie crust in there. Make your ground beef like you were going to make, spaghetti or something like that. Put the ground beef in there, some cheese. Fold the thing over. Another layer of beef and cheese and jalapenos and stuff. Fold the dough back over again. Do a whitewash or egg wash on the top. Bake it. Pull it out. There you go. It's like
that sounds good.
It's like a meatloaf lasagna type.
Kind of like a poor man's beef Wellington.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a good description of it. It's just that it's with ground beef and Rotel tomatoes. So,
yeah, that sounds good. I may try that then.
Now, well, make sure you follow the Facebook feed, and I'll post the pictures of there. Well,
I'll come to your house and eat with you if you just promise to take your shirt off.
Okay, I will. I'll do a total Putin, Vladimir Putin, while I cook with my shirt off on a horse.
Yeah, that's the last thing you need to do.
All right, Shane, anything else before I let you go?
No, like I said, let's go scrounge for something.
All right, well, I wish you luck.
I appreciate it.
All right, talk to you later.
See you, bye.